This is Nick, also known as Flying Tank, and I'm here to talk about my custom DJI Phantom Quadcopter. So this is it right here, and as you can see, I gave it a black and orange Half-Life theme. It's got the lambda symbol right here on the top. I also coated it with polyurethane. Unfortunately, I have since crashed it, and it chipped the paint anyway, so don't crash it. On the bottom we have GoPro Hero 3 Plus video camera attached to a Zenmuse 2-axis gimbal. On the back is the Storm video transmitter unit right here with a clover antenna. As you can see, the case is perforated. It made the case a little bit lighter, but not really enough to offset all the paint that I put on it. I had to drill some extra holes on the side for my mini IOSD cables to go in. The battery door, as you can tell, is also being customized. There's 2 holes in the middle, which I don't actually use, and the holes on the side, which is what I put one cable on the left side, one cable on the right side, and then connect them. That way I don't have to screw around with the battery door. Inside is a big mess. So there's the IOSD Mini. This is the power supply unit. There's the gimbal power supply unit. And this is my new Futaba transmitter right here on the side. And this is a servo. It's a giant mess. It barely fits everything inside. You might ask, why don't I use the upgraded board instead, so I don't have to use the power supplies instead? Well, that's because I'm using the IOSD Mini. I can't. Another thing I added was the Futaba AJ controller, which is this thing right here. It's quite impressive. It has more switches than I could assign channels for. As you can see, it looks a lot different from the original controller, just the stock one right here. And I've also added a video receiver screen, which is, I believe it's 7 inches wide. Well, it doesn't show anything right now. The way I mount it is, when I put this in the case, I fold this metal part at the top, and when I get to my destination, I unfold it and secure it. Since there's a groove on the back of the screen, I just slide it like so. It's kind of a wobbly arrangement, but it works. And this is the way I have it set up. As you can see, it's on right now, blinking a little light. The gimbal is working, keeping the camera steady and even. Works quite nice. And then of course I have my video screen. And as you can see, the IOSD Mini is on. It shows the height, the distance from starting point, how much battery life I have left, its pitch and roll angles, its horizontal speed, its vertical speed, and the number of GPS satellites it has acquired so far, and also which mode it's operating in. And of course the diamond in the middle shows where you took off, which is very helpful if you lose your way and you need to get back to base fast. Some features that I added to the controller is, one, I've set one of the switches to switch between GPS and attitude control mode. So in GPS mode, it'll hover in one place, and attitude mode will, you know, slide around. And that I just set it to switch J for now, so it's blinking green. And now it's blinking yellow because it's in an attitude mode, and I switch it back at any point. By the way, I'd like to say hi to ThatHPIGuy from YouTube, because without his videos, I think I would have spent a lot more time setting this controller up. Then I set my disk switch to the failsafe in case I would like it to land soon. So if I flip it right now, it went to failsafe. It'll hover and fly back to where it took off, hopefully. This feature is very helpful to me. So as you can see, the camera right now is at 90-degree angle. It's looking directly at the front. So as I used one of the switches, this E switch on the left, to position it to 90 degrees, 45 degrees, and 0 degrees angle. So it looks something like that. There's 45-degree angle, and here's straight down. And then I can switch it back to the front. And this is very helpful when you're flying around and you don't have a lot of time to adjust this knob or this thing on the back of the original controller, which, by the way, is the most terrible lever for anything ever created. This sucks. And one last thing that I did is as I assigned this big back switch to a servo in the back. And it's this servo right here. That little white thing. And if I pull on the switch, it drops. The only use for that is if you would like to drop something somewhere. And provided it doesn't have much use, I just like to use it for fun. The other day I went to the park and I dropped pool noodles for no particular reason. It was a lot of fun. I think I got some strange looks though. I've also upgraded it with the 9H propellers, like the same ones like on the Phantom Vision. This is, by the way, Phantom 1.1.1. And they are, as you can tell, here's an original one that the Phantom originally came with, and you can see it's a lot different. It's longer, and it's a different shape as well. And these really do make a difference. If you're still flying with these, you have to upgrade to these or something else. In my tests, it added 1 to 2 minutes of extra flying time, which I think is great. Oh, and another thing, and some people would ask, why don't you get carbon fiber propellers? As soon as I find self-tightening carbon fiber propellers, I will. I really love the way that they're self-tightening. As you can see, there's no nut on here. There's just this knob thing, and when I'm like hiking and I just want to install a propeller, this is how long it takes me to install propellers. This here is the case that I use to carry my Phantom. It's made by GoProfessional. It's a pretty comfortable case. It has room for the Phantom itself. If you still use the 8-inch propellers, then I could leave them on. I don't think I can manage to leave these propellers on because they're too large. 6 batteries, my video screen right here, my Futaba controller right here. I carry 2 spare propellers in this pocket. I carry a spare GoPro battery here, spare AA's for the controller because that's what I use. I also have this compartment for tools in case I need to do some field maintenance. And here I carry a little rack so I can wipe the lenses and the screen. It's a pretty good case, very sturdy construction. The only downsides to it is, besides not being able to put the propellers on while carrying, which is no big deal, is that it only has one handle here in the front and no wheels. So I only can carry it by that handle. Anyway, so that's my quadcopter. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments. I use regular DJI batteries. I have 6 of them, like one right there. In ideal conditions, you can get about 8 minutes of flight time, but in windy conditions, like I fly a lot, 4 to 5. I wouldn't trust it with more than that. Then the fail-safe will kick in and it'll start blinking red and it's gonna land. Anyway, thank you for watching.